What is going on, gamers? Aevatrex here, and I'm going to be showing you the Guild Wars run for this Guild Wars, but it's pretty much the same base. Once you figure out how to beat one base, you pretty much do the same for all the others, so I'm not really going to be talking about that. As a matter of fact, I started this video not knowing about anything that I was going to be talking about, so I am just going to wing it. Now, one of the first things that come to mind right now as I'm speaking to you guys is when you go and try to buy gems, there's usually one specific area where you buy shields. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but pretty much just totally ignore it completely because it takes a ton of gems to buy like a 3-day shield and whatnot. And they got me thinking, why is this in the game? Nobody buys a shield. All you have to do is take off your heroes from your base, log off. Gold and mana isn't like this resource that you don't want to lose ever because you'll never gain it back. So why is that still in the game? And better yet, why is that not better utilized on something else? A lot of people have wanted like some sort of hero trading, etc. Why not have another system instead of a buying shields option? Why not have like a system where you can buy a hero not with shards but with another sort of currency instead of that ridiculous buy a 3-day shield for I think it's like 500 gems or something. I don't know, it just got me thinking, like, why? I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, and I want to hear what you guys have to say regarding that, because I know for a fact that nobody has bought a shield. Not when they were new, not when they were old, not when they were babies. Never. Nobody has ever bought anything from that option. So I think IGG should be able to do something different with it. Another thing that I wanted to mention is this totems update is nice because totems have a ton of different ways to be utilized. The only problem that I'm seeing so far is that they are procced by troops, and as you can tell from the video, they are easily taken out with just ornithopters or whatever troops can reach it. So even if you put it next to your heroes, half of the time, if somebody's raiding you smartly, they will use troops before they try to go ahead and take out your heroes. So I think that for IGG to make the totems really effective, I think that they probably will have to put the range just a little bit higher, not like crazy like a tower, but just a little bit higher, because as it stands right now, it is kind of low. And I think that they should make it to where troops do not trigger the totems, just because they are so easily exploitable. And I don't know, how do you guys think about that? Do you guys just feel like it would just be a little too much and they wouldn't have a real counter? Or are you guys happy with the way they are right now? I really do think that to make it tougher, they would have to take out from troops being able to trigger them. Like, look at this. You just sent ornithopters, there goes Ares, procs, and then it's over. I don't have to worry about that Ares anymore. So it's just like an extra step before you raid nowadays. So I think that if they increase the range, they don't make troops trigger them anymore, and if they, maybe not now, but in the future, if they make the levels go a little higher, maybe up to 9, that's when we will really start to see a lot of the difference. Now, I'm not saying to do it all. I'm just saying those are options to make it a little bit harder. But of course, people don't like hard, so everybody will be up against it. But I'm just saying that right now, I don't feel that totems really made a huge difference in the game, especially Guild Wars, when they can be easily exploited through troops. But like I said, you know, a lot of people don't like hard. They just they want everything easy, so they're gonna be up against it. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I feel like if they can just do one of those 3 things that I mentioned, that maybe it could be a factor again. But who knows? Maybe not. Another thing is, I really want to see a new troop. We get new heroes, we get tons of different things, new updates, new modes, but we've had the same troops for ages now. We got the ornithopters, and then the dragon, which are pretty much the only ones that are used for anything. And then the other two that are there, but they're hardly used for anything. Why can't we introduce like another troop? I think it would be interesting. Maybe bring in a new troop along with troop talents, and maybe that will make troops be more effective. Because if you think about it, if there's an update where troops no longer trigger totems, we introduce a new troop, and then we introduce troop talents, then that would make troops, in my opinion, it'll make them more valuable in everyday raiding, guild wars, etc. I don't know. It's just a thought, but you know, I'm just talking about nonsense at this point. But I feel like maybe troops should be something that the game should focus on, because as it is right now, it's just so many heroes that when a new hero comes, it's like a monthly thing. We get a sneak peek of a new hero, we get a sneak peek of maybe like a new game mode, and you know, rinse and repeat. So maybe something new, maybe just focus on troops, and who knows, maybe it'll change the game as we know it. I think actually in this raid that you're watching right now, I absolutely just space out. I don't know what I was doing. I was just like, okay, let me go ahead and send my ornithopters. I saw the totem proc, and then I don't know if I was talking to somebody or what happened, but look at this. I'm just spaced out. I'm just like, yep, let the time run down. Let the time run down. I don't ever suggest that you do this, because if you ever get into like a Skull Knight versus Skull Knight, or Golem and Skull Knight versus another one, you can easily time out. And I've literally just wasted like a minute just sitting there. I don't know what I was doing. Here we go. I'm back. I'm like, oh god, what am I doing? If you notice also, I'm using Pixie on this one. The reason I was using Pixie is not for the heals, not for the scatter, not for anything like that. The only reason I was using Pixie is just for the hope that when Pixie procs, it would hit the Skull Knight and then render it useless. The Pixie and the Arctica are mainly there just to take care of Skull Knight, because usually you take care of Skull Knight, and if your Skull Knight and Golem are still alive, it's pretty much game. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about everything that I have said so far. Like I said, I know that harder, a lot of people don't like harder, but I want to hear some good criticism from this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and until later, bye.